What is going on, guys? Hopefully you're off to an incredible start to your day so far. We definitely are. We're getting a lot done today, as always. And in this YouTube video is an incredible behind the scenes walkthrough as to how we conduct our 8-figure BSF masterminds, the questions that are asked, the high level actual players that are inside this mastermind, and how we can actually help take them to the next level. Listen in, understand the questions, understand the answers. You might just walk away with incredible value that you haven't seen anywhere else. Hint, hint. So guys, watch the entire video, leave a like in the video as well if you enjoyed it. And be sure to watch the entire thing as well, because it's long, it's informative, and it's high level, next level information, guys. Hope you enjoy. I'll see you at the end of the video.
I'm running ads for my brother's store, which is like currently all TikTok. And he has like a few hundred sales. And I was wondering if I should just do micro big bang or just do like the algo targeting.
Okay, so first and foremost, I love it. Now, Josh, when you're scaling your store, you got to 1K a day plus, multiple $1,000s a day. We know that it's important to go ahead and have that infrastructure first, right? Because that infrastructure is what's going to get us consistency, just like you're aware of firsthand, hitting those types of numbers. Now, it's important for us to go ahead and realize why we do this. So for those of us that are new, here at BSF, we like to go ahead and start our proper foundation. What Josh is saying is, hey, I actually already have consistency on my store, which is great, doing great numbers. Now, my brother also has a store that's doing well. His brother, is running on TikTok, right? And wants to go ahead and, scale further. And what his question is this: should I start off with phase 1 of the actual farm system, which is algorithmic targeting? Or should I jump directly to micro big bang since we already have 100 sales plus consistently? Right? That's saying, hey, should I actually skip the line and go straight to step 2, aka micro big bang? Now, what's cool, is he already has the consistency, but because we care about actual consistency thereafter, not just 1 week of consistency, we care about actually having a foundation. We care about a long-term business. We don't care about just a month-long company. We want him to still go and utilize algorithmic targeting. Now the whole ideology here, Josh, is yes, you still want to use algorithmic targeting because many times, interest targeting will still do good alongside lookalike campaigns, which means if we were seeing consistency in our algorithmic targeting campaign, we are not going to turn it off at a later point as well. And if we're seeing consistency before we actually have micro algorithmic targeting running, we're not just going to jump straight to micro big bang. Josh, what I would like you to do is start proper and start with the infrastructure like we always would. Even though it's doing very well, still start with algorithmic targeting. This will get you higher ROAS. You'll still do very well. You'll be profitable on the algorithmic campaign, considering how well it's already doing. And then launching a micro big bang after you already go through around a 3-day cook with the algorithmic targeting will be a good time to start the micro big bang. Only reason I say this is because I'm very reluctant, not keen to start a algorithmic targeting campaign and a micro big bang campaign at the same time. In my experience, when I'm launching 2 pretty major campaigns at the same time, you're going to go ahead and see a bit of volatility before they actually optimize, rather than launching 1 at a time. Therefore, Josh, algorithmic targeting first, run 3-day rule as follows. The second 3-day rule ends, launch micro big bang as well. Therefore, you'll have algo running and micro big bang running, and you'll probably increase the revenue of this already successful store that has 100 sales plus, probably by 20 to 30% minimum, just with these 2 add-ons onto the budget.
And he also does have this $50 spend limit. So I was wondering, how would I be able to launch, or how would I be able to have micro big bang?
Let's talk about how we actually get that spend limit increased, because that's obviously annoying to have. It's great that you guys are getting the great results, over and over again. By the way, Josh, seeing you consistently be able to do this is awesome, by the way. Hats off to you. And one of the big things as well to realize is when you're starting off, you're essentially looking to prove your credit score to Facebook. Right? You have to go ahead and show that you make your payments on time. You go ahead and make the payments. It doesn't decline. You make the payment a day later. Keep making the payments, and you'll go ahead and get a spend limit increase. You can also request run through the Facebook chat support as well. You might also have an agent, considering that you've scaled here at BSF quite a few times, right? And you might even have an agent that pops up on your screen. Right? Say, book a call with an expert. You could request an actual increase through them. You could request an increase in the ad account quality in your ad account. And you can also request an increase on the chat support section. The best way to do it manually without requesting, I would still recommend requesting, is to go ahead and just continually make the payments, and they'll offer you and increase you automatically, while seeing that they actually see that you're making the payments on time.
I can't find testimonial videos for all of the products that I want to sell. So I assume I'll just put a question mark there for later and revisit that. I think a question was asked last week, and I guess you mentioned this person to just do a GoPro video or something.
Right. So ultimately, like, let's say you got the product in hand, you sell it to your buddy, and your buddy, loves the product and he bought it off you 100% legitimately, and he has no incentive to create a video, right? He just wants to create a video because he loves your product. You just take your iPhone and simply do a 30-second video of him talking, and then you could chop it up and use that as testimonials. That's one of the quickest ways to go ahead and do it with your own content. Has to be a real review though, and they can't have incentive to actually do it. They have to just want to give a genuine review because they like the product, right? Or dislike the product, right? But yeah, if you don't have testimonials on hand and you're not able to go ahead and get those testimonials shot, it's totally okay to go ahead and skip putting a testimonial there and just replace it with some other style of video, preferably adding more kind of no to the client or to the person who's watching the video, okay, so they can actually understand more about the product and be added value to. It's not the end of the world if we don't have a testimonial in place, but we do want to go ahead and put a placeholder there of something that does add more value to the buyer process. In many cases, it could be an in-depth, valuable video walking more about how the product actually works.
Okay, question on that one, because you mentioned in the training that you want to have 3. So I want to have 3 different people, right?
Preferably, yeah, because it's really good. Because what you do is you could create 3 different videos, and you could actually start splicing up each video and making one mother montage where it's just like 3 people talking good about the product. I don't know if you've ever seen, for example, like, let's say one of those commercials online, they're kind of like, they have like 8 different children all reviewing like a juice, like a new juice, and each of the kids sips the juice, right? And what happens is, each of the 8 children have their own, full on like 3-minute testimonial video, right? But what happens here, and the ad that does the best, and listen to this, guys, it's when each of those videos are chopped up into like little 20-second splits. And then, like, for example, you'll see child 1 sip the juice, see their facial reaction. Child 2 sip the juice, see their facial reaction. Child 3, all the way up to child 8. And then it'll show child 1 again, like, oh, wow, I love it. Child 2, oh, wow, it's great. Child 3, kind of just continuing the progression of their reaction and overall testimony of the product. Therefore, you're kind of using, 8 different people to create one good video. And yes, we say 3 because that's usually a good spot to be, where it's not too much work. And it's also really differential as well, because people like to see different people in their testimonial videos.
And as far as the testimonials go, can I lead them kind of by asking certain questions before I?
100%. That's, and that's a really great way to go ahead and do it. And that's one of the great ways that works as well, because as soon as the video loads, right, you should have a caption on the bottom, and then you should hear the voice of the narrator say, hey, what were your thoughts on using this product when it was sunny out? Or what were your thoughts on using this product when it was rainy out, right? They want to hear that, because when they're hearing an open-ended question, they're going to go ahead and stick around for the answer. So that's actually a good tactic to get them actually captivated within the first 8 seconds. So try to make that kind of transactional conversation happen within that first 8 seconds.
Can you please explain to me how the average consumer works in the US? Because I need to visualize what I'm hunting for.
Yeah, 100%.
Because I'm at the first stage for the product research, and I need some guidance.
100%. You want to see who that consumer avatar is, which is awesome. So with that being said, what I definitely recommend, okay, is to realize the consumer avatar is going to be someone just like this. Okay, someone who's impulse buying, someone who wants a quick solution, someone who wants something now. Okay, Amazon buyers are search and intent based, while us driving impulse-based testimonial or impulse-based actual ad content is going to be more spur of the moment. So we have to go ahead and appeal to emotion and logic. Okay, the 2 most important things, my friend, is emotion and logic, conveying emotionally to people and logically to people. For example, if we're buying something for our children, we're buying it because it's for our kids. We love our kids, but we're also buying that serum because it's going to make our children healthy, and it makes sense for us to be a healthy, parental guidance, right? So emotion and logic is key here in every single thing that you try to sell. Emotion and logic should be met at the same time, not one or the other, emotion and logic.
So I took a winning product from Google, well, just meaning that it was profitable for about a week. And I went with it to Facebook. And so I started testing algorithmic targeting, And on the second and on the third day, I got 2 purchases.
Okay.
And so,
On a brand new product, correct? Not a product that you tested a while ago, brand new item.
yes, yeah.
Good. Very awesome already. That's quick.
Yeah, so my question is, for how long do I need to run this product on Facebook, even if it's unprofitable? Because right now, obviously, when I'm testing, it's not profitable.
Right. So what you want to look at is not as a whole campaign level. I'm sure if you look at your ad sets, you have some ad sets that have very high return on ad spend, right? So those ad sets will be profitable. But what the whole thing to realize here is with the algorithmic targeting campaign, there's going to be 11 audiences that you're launching. Never, ever, ever have I seen a campaign with every audience or every audience, every category did well. Never seen it before. Okay. I've seen almost all, but not every single one. So the whole goal with algorithmic targeting is to go ahead and realize what audiences suck and what audiences are good, right? So what you want to do is follow the 3-day rule, my friend. So what does that mean? So first and foremost, Yuri, I definitely want to make sure that you get all of your assets approved as well, because I don't think you got all of your assets approved before starting launching. Okay. But just make sure you do moving forward, because we want to take a look at every little thing that you do. Even though you're following the system, sometimes this stuff's going to be a bit harder for someone who hasn't followed the BSF structure before. So we just love to look at every little thing you do before you ever launch a single cent of ad spend. So just keep that in mind long term. We have no problem looking at every little single solitary thing that you do before you spend a single cent. Just keep that in mind moving forward. Now, with that being said, we have algorithmic targeting, right? The whole ideology here is to follow what we call the 3-day rule. Okay, this is the 3-day rule. I'm sure you guys can hopefully see that, right? It's day 1, no view content, we kill it. Day 2, no add to cart, we kill it. And day 3, no purchase, we kill it. Okay, so what you want to go ahead and do here, Yuri, is follow the 3-day rule verbatim. Any audiences, since it's day 3 for you, you already have several sales. Any audiences without a sale on the end of day 3 should be turned off. Any audiences that maintain and have a profitable return on ad spend, which is going to be almost all the ad sets that got in the sale for you probably, you should go ahead and duplicate them 3 to 5 times in the same campaign. Okay. Now, the whole thing is, I want you to have this farm system memorized in the back of your head before you really start even moving forward more. Okay, because I know we're all excited to launch and run ads, but a lot of the time, like knowing the system is going to really help you out a lot. So write down a little side note just for you specifically, Yuri. Watch the 7-figure scaling folder and the advanced Dropbox folder and the pinned post of the Platinum Club after our sessions today. I would like you to go through there and just get very, very familiar and listen to all these masterminds that we have about scaling, because you're about to be at that level. Okay. So keep in mind, we're following the 3-day rule. Okay. Day 1, no view content, we kill it. Day 2, no add to cart, we kill it. And day 3, no purchase, we kill it. Understood?
Yeah, I got it. So my question is a little bit different. So I already killed all of the ad sets without purchase on the 3rd day. And I do the ad sets with purchase 5 times with a $5 budget. But my question is, so if those ad sets that I duped won't be profitable, and like overall the product won't be profitable, for how long do I keep them running?
Yeah. So the whole ideology is this: within the 3-day rule, the 3 days should be enough to go ahead and kill the audiences off and go ahead and deem which ones to move forward with. So when you move forward with audience, like after you kill the audiences and you only have your profitable audiences left, if they continue to be profitable, you'll continue duplicating and start increasing the budget. If they start to downtrend in ROAS and they start to go below profitability and go into the negative, right? You want to go ahead and give it the benefit of the doubt. Okay. That's what we call a slow cook, an audience that has done well already, that we've duplicated and seen, profit come in from. We want to let it slow cook for about 2 to 3 days to go ahead and see if it could continue its train back up and increase the ROAS. But if it continues to dip down like that after a 2 to 3 day window, we will line up the KPIs, okay, CTR, CPM, CPC, with our BSF benchmarks, okay, that you could find in the university video called KPI ad analysis. Okay, if all the KPIs are below those metrics, we'll turn off. If the KPIs are about at those metrics or higher and you're still break even or profitable, we'll let it slow cook to see if we could continue moving forward with it. But it's a combination of you knowing that you've slow cooked it for 2 to 3 days and also comparing it with the KPI benchmarks as well that we have in university.
Ladies and gents, hopefully you enjoyed that incredible 8-figure BSF mastermind, walking through exactly how we do things here at BSF and how we help our people get to the next level of consistency and building a real brand, guys. Okay, these questions were high level, they were direct, and they were given direct answers to go ahead and make these adjustments to go ahead and continue to scale and build their business. It's super important to get proper information and you have someone in your corner actually helping you the entire way, so you're not wasting money and you could get to where you're trying to get, okay, with a proper, actual, proven system, plan, and real guidance, guys. So hopefully you enjoyed. Watch the entire video again. Okay, pause, rewind it, etc. Lots of good information in there. And if you enjoyed it, leave a like, subscribe to the channel as well, and I'll see you in the next video.